Hello, my fine friends. We are back, and I have my Death Doom collection to show you. It goes to right there. So we're making progress. We're in level 3. So, what we're listening to is, I'm in a brutal death metal mood, so we're listening to Rice Unswayed by Goratory. It's basically Cryptopsy Part 2 with, modern elements. So, very cool. If you like Cryptopsy, you'll have no problem with this band. Goratory's killer. So, first thing, I've seen like 600,000 people show this album. So, it's, Witch-Tentac Hallucinations by Acid Witch. First one. Great album. Psychedelic, tinged, death doom. Everybody knows this album. At least most people do, and I'd be surprised if you didn't. Yeah, there's not too much to say because everybody already knows it. But if you haven't checked it out, listen to Acid Witch. Next is another band that everybody knows about already, but I still would like to talk about it. This is, I believe, the newest full length by this band, but I could be wrong. This is Tourniquets, Hacksaws, and Graves by Autopsy. I don't own any other Autopsy, which sucks. Another terrible, stupid slipcase. But yeah, this is a killer album. It's got... This does not have the disc 2. But, yeah, it's just more of Autopsy doing what they always do. Yeah, 2014, this is the newest Autopsy album. It's just Autopsy, really raunchy, old-school death metal with enough doom elements and, like, the blueprints for death doom for me to want to, put them in my death doom section. So, Tourniquets, Hacksaws, and Graves by Autopsy. Next is a Mexican band. This is World of Horror by Demonic Manifestation. Yeah, it's a Mexican old school death metal band, old school death doom, very doomy, very incantation. If you like incantation, you will love this. Very cool artwork. I really love this style of artwork. I don't know who drew this art, but yeah, I think this is their only full length so far. I got this through CDN Records. Very cool artwork. There's the dudes. Very killer band. Very killer album. I'm very glad that I picked this up. It was a blind bind for me. So if you like incantation, you'll love it. Next, another one from CDN. Tomb of the Moldered Corpses by Graveyard Ghoul. I believe this band is German. Yes, they're definitely German. This is their EP, their debut EP. I think it's an EP. It's only like 25 or 30 minutes long. It's very good. The artwork is a good idea, but the execution is a little bit subpar, but whatever. Yeah, this is a really cool band. This is really Autopsy. Like a really raw Autopsy. Like, if you have, like, Severed Survival, and then you get, like, the demo stuff, basically this, and it's really cool. So if you like Autopsy, check out Graveyard Ghoul. Next is, like, a band that started off as, like, a progressive death doom band, but these next 3 records by them are not death doom. This is, Night is the New Day by Catatonia. They've turned to like a gothic, depressive rock band, and I really enjoy their stuff. I don't know anybody personally, at least in my immediate friend group, that really enjoys Catatonia, and I can see why, but it's just, Jonas has such a cool voice, and everything they do is so melancholic, and I really like that. I need their early stuff, but I'm cool with this for now. So, Catatonia. Next is technically my favorite album by Catatonia. This is Dead and Kings. I've watched quite a few videos. People talk about this and they worship it. So I picked it up and I was like, you know, let's check it out. And then I wound up loving it. Once again, very melancholic. Just the songwriting got a little bit better than the previous releases, as far as this style goes, because I know there's like the Brave October Day or whatever, and all that stuff. But yeah, Dead End Kings by Catatonia. And technically speaking, that was my favorite, but this is my favorite version of it. This is the Throned and Uncrowned, the Digibook edition. This is a killer album. This is an acoustic version of Dead End King, and then surround sound, 5.1 surround sound, high resolution, 24-bit stereo version of the acoustic version. It's a very nice digibook full of really nice, bleak artwork. Some very depressive stuff, you know. You got like the upside down church in the woods. It's a really crazy album. Dead End. It's just really depressing, and that's what I like about Catatonia. If I'm like not in the metal mood, but I'm like, you know, melancholy is important, I guess. Then you got stuff like this, and I'm really a big fan of this style. So that's the last of my Catatonia collection. I did not pick up the newest record for some reason. I think it's just because when I go to like FYE, which is the only place that sells the Catatonia stuff near me, I'm like, well, you know, there's that right there, or there's that right there. Like last time I was there, I had it in my hand, and I was like, you know, and then I went and picked up that Old Man's Child CD and a Flesh God Apocalypse CD because I wanted to get into Flesh God. But yeah, that's besides the point. This band is killer. This is an English Death Doom band. Ritual Exhumation by Monumentum. That's a really cool album cover. Fits this title really well, and it's out on Grindhouse Music. This is their debut EP. This is what I meant. Graveyard Ghouls is a full length. This is the EP. I get these two mixed up pretty often. There's all the guys looking very European death metal. Yeah, these guys rule. Like, seriously, this band is killer. This is mixing Autopsy and Incantation, basically. And if you like that, and then you get like that buzzsaw Swedish tone, Monumentum. I'll put it right here so you guys can read it. Yeah, Ritual Exhumation. It's awesome. Killer album. I would check this out any means necessary. Yeah, you can hear the cryptopsy parts with the little weird bass like the next is a band that this is the only thing that I have, and it's a live album. I wish I would have got one of their full lengths that were there, but I picked this one up because I liked the album cover, and I didn't research it because I'm not familiar with these guys very well. But this is The Voice of the Wretched by My Dying Bride. I love the album cover. I really love the album cover, and that's why I picked this one up as opposed to a couple other full lengths. And yeah, I think that's a really cool album cover. I've only listened to this like twice. It's just something about like this style does not need a live record at all. Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. But yeah, I think these guys are English. I'm pretty sure My Dying Bride is English. Yeah, they're part of the Peaceville 3. My Dying Bride, Catatonia. Who's the other one? Paradise Lost. There you go. Well, yeah, this is pretty cool for a live album. I'm not too into live albums, but this is a good one. I'm putting them back as I go if you haven't figured that out. Next is a Louisiana-based death doom band. This is Apparitions Amongst the Graveyard Skies by Orloff. These bands have the coolest album covers. Like, look at that. I saw this at a shop that I go to like 2 or 3 times a year, sometimes a little bit more, but I try not to because if I go there too much, I wind up spending all of my money. And I saw this there the last time I was there, and I was like, you know what? I'll get it next time, and I was really pissed off that I didn't get it. I never listened to it until I bought it, and when we went back, it was still there. Immediately grabbed it, put it in my pile, brought it back home, loved it. It's very dusty and old-sounding death doom, and I think that's really important, and I really love the style. It's female-fronted, which is very cool, because she adds a whole different element on how her vocal style is in comparison to most death doom bands. You know, you usually get that the old school incantation worship basically sound. But this is like a more throaty sound, and not really gargly at all. It's just like dry and throaty and really evil sounding. And I think it fits very well with this album cover. And yeah, Orloff's Killer, Louisiana, very sludgy at points. There's their really cool hand-drawn band photo. I would love to do something like that for my band. That's really cool. But yeah, everything about this is great. Check out Orloff with Apparitions Amongst the Graveyard Skies. Another one that I actually have not even listened to yet. I don't get around to it, and I always am like, oh, I should probably bring it out in the car, and then I'm like, yeah. Because I always wanted to bring in the stupid Orloff CD in the car instead of this one. But this is a super group featuring some members of importance to some other bands. This is Skeletal Spectres with Tomb Coven. This is the female vocalist from Howl, and Wooden Stake, which is yet another Death Doom band that I need to get some stuff from. And Howl is like a blackened old school death metal, basically, with a lot. It's like that blackened old school death thrash kind of stuff, and it's really cool. I don't have that CD yet, but it's really great. This I haven't really listened to, so I can't say much about it other than the fact that look at that album cover, it's really cool. And you open it, and there's more cool stuff. I gotta say they have a really cool logo, but I haven't listened to it, so I can't tell you how it sounds. And I know it's Death Doom, so Skeletal Spectres with Tomb Coven. And the last one. This band is killer. I loved this band from the album art. I saw the album art and I was like, wow, I gotta get this. So this is Of Terror and the Supernatural by Temple of Void. I believe these guys are from Ohio or Oregon. It's one of the two. It's one of those O states. But yeah, I saw the album cover on YouTube, listening to some Acid Witch, and I was like, wow, that's a really cool album cover. I should check it out. So I wound up checking it out, and I wound up loving it. I was like, oh my god, I'm never going to find this without ordering it. And I used to not be able to order anything until probably the past year. Not even past year, past couple of months. Yeah, definitely the past couple of months, like June, I started being able to order stuff. And yeah, I was like, whatever. And then I went on vacation all the way up north to like central Wisconsin. And we went to a record shop. And it's called The Exclusive. And they had this there. And I bought a whole fat stack, like this big of CDs. I got like these. I got some Alcest, some Dark Throne, some Agalloch, stuff like that. And then I got this too, and I was like, whoa. And this is a great album. This is great old school death metal with some doominess. This is like the Swedish death metal worship with a bit more doom. Very Disma reminiscent, very reminiscent of Disma, mixed with the old school Swedish death metal, and that's what I like so much about it. So check out Temple of Void with Of Terror and the Supernatural. That's it for now, guys. I have a couple more albums to show, as you can see, but yeah, I'm gonna be back as soon as I can, so stay tuned for the Brutal Death Metal collection. Keep it greasy.